everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. Coming up, we know that the huddle in between Women's Champion Toni Storm and Ryan May will be coming to a close this Sunday, but they have their final face-off before the Sunday's press conference. We'll get to it coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show. We kick things off here on the AEW Ring Report. We kick things off with a bang. Kick things off with MJL. We're going to show MJL right quick. But we saw Mariah May and Toni Storm. But we kick things off with MJL. He has a message that he wants to send out to you know who, Hangman Page. But also MJF was involved in something pretty rare. We'll talk about it coming on Wrestling Pro Wrestling Hot Topics. We'll get the Pro Wrestling Show started right here, right now, here on the Pro Wrestling Show. It's just the AEW Ring. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host as always, Kid the Dicks here. Glad you joins in the Pro Wrestling Show for the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe and Karen, tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right, let's get things started right here, right now with this. MJL kicks off the show. Talking about he promised that he's going to send a message to Hangman Page. You know, MJL was out in the streets somewhere making that statement. MJL gave out what he's going to plan to do, and he's not going to hold back whatsoever. MJF said he has a surprise for Hangman Page. He's going to deliver that surprise coming up a little bit later on. But we kick things off here on the show with Tony Schiavone moderating the contract signing between Swerve Strickland and Ricochet. These two men will meet this Sunday on Revolution. Both men have a lot of stakes going on. They can't stand each other. It's a grudge match. Ricochet wants that jacket back as Swerve wants that jacket back. But also in the wings, a guaranteed champ, no one can to determine who's next in line for the AEW World title. We'll see that. But Ricochet and Swerve were at each other's throats tonight, calling each other out about each other, about their history on Lucha Underground, about any everything. Swerve wanted Ricochet to knock him senseless so he can get something. Ricochet wasn't falling for that. Swerve knew that Ricochet was bluffing. I think Swerve and Ricochet will have their grudge match. They will have the tag team match a little bit later. Swerve will team up with Brody King and Ricochet will team up with international champion Okada. So there's a lot of stakes in this match, but we'll get to it a little bit later. After Swerve had called the insult and said something about Ricochet's wife, Samantha Irvin, about her being a ring announcer for WWE at the time, and they left WWE. Ricochet making it clear tonight that he's trying to throw salt in the wound when it comes to that. Ricochet and Swerve will meet a little later on night in the tag team match, but that feud will continue on in the match, no contendership. But speaking of that, I told you Okada, he will get his hands on Big Bro Lee. Bro Lee will challenge Okada for the Continental Championship. One way to just make a fill-in for that, but hey, we saw how that went down. But we'll talk about that a little bit later in the tag match. Well, we get to this right here. Will Ospreay with the Don Callis family. We're trying to take on Don Callis family. Will Ospreay trying to get his lick back throughout the whole entire match. I think Ospreay knew what was going on, but Ospreay kept on surviving throughout the entire match. But then Will Ospreay, the numbers game was just too much for Will Ospreay. At the end, Ospreay really being demolished by the Don Callis family, even to the point that all the Don Callis family members tried to attack Will Ospreay. Ospreay really didn't have a chance tonight, as well as Powerhouse Hobb being taken down by Lance Archer and Brian Cage. So I guess the seeing the could we be seeing the end of the Don Callis family? That could be the case right there on what's going down. So we will see. MJF looking to get his retribution revenge did so tonight. MJF did by attacking you know who. Heyman Page getting the best hand on Heyman, saying MJF did nothing wrong. MJF being pulled away. MJF will try to get his hands on you know who coming up. MJF kind of setting the tone. MJF trying to weed out you know who and how that's going to be going down for MJF. Getting his comeuppance on Heyman Page, attacking Heyman Page from behind. And the Heyman is gonna have to figure out a way to defeat MJF. Both of them are top stars in AEW. Both are former world champions. You got to wonder who's gonna have the upper hand in this one, this grudge match. Well, what's his name? Jay White was back in action. Jay White defeated Max Caster and put Max Caster out of his misery. Real quick match by Jay White. Could we be seeing the best friends reunite? That's the question that everybody wants to know. The best friends could be reuniting after Cope, Edge, or better known I call it Radar Superstar Edge, went against you know who, defeating him. He did not like that one bit after what Cope did, and Cope got his respect. And he started leaving the group. I don't know why his name left the group like that for Cope. Cope trying to get some revenge or something like that. And Cope did. And Cope will meet Ed, you know who, at the pay-per-view. So we'll see that match as well. Cope at the John Moxley had screamed at what's his name? Jimmy Lane or something like that. I forgot his name, but he got screamed at. But Cope did not like that. Cope, you earned Cope respect right here. I'm Cope. Jimmy Iron got his respect from Cope after Cope saying he respect him at the beginning of the match with him after what happened last week, that what transpired. You know, the world championship match will take place that Sunday between Cope and um, Mox. Mox must put the world title on the line, and Mox might be feeling threatened that Cope might steal the AEW title away from him sooner rather than later. So we'll see. Also, too, Megan Bain was in action. Bain, along with Penelope Ford, they was in action, defeated Chris Stanline and Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa and Chris Stanline having issues with Megan Bain and them coming in trying to take over their territory, making it seem like that's their situation going on. Megan Bain coming in, AEW newest superstar. She could be feuding with whoever wins this match between Tony Storm, the timeless one, and Mariah May. Had a feud that lasted for almost a year in AEW. Now the feud comes to an end at Revolution. As we saw Renee Paquette, Young, well, came out there, conducted an interview with the two ladies. There you go, the two ladies right here in tow. We know that Renee Young wanted to see what their heads at before their anticipated match coming up. The anticipated match that we're going to be waiting to see for the women's championship. Neither woman didn't want to give in and saying that they're going to bring the best out of each other. And it's going to be the last time we'll see this for quite some time. and it'll be for the AEW Women's World Championship. And Tony Storm also plugged her new film, a feature film, which centers around Mildred Burke, and she plugged it and she kind of did good in it. But we'll get to it a little bit later. Naomi was out there and the Queen of Rain. She's in the film, in the movie as well, along with her husband, showing support. We'll talk about that in Wrestling Hot Topics a little bit later. But Naomi, the situation she got going on, we'll talk about that on the SmackDown report. But on the task at hand, you can tell right here, Tony Storm and Mildred, and I'm about to call Mildred Burke. She would love to wrestle Mildred Burke back in the day. But Tony Storm getting her flowers and taking on Mariah May. This is going to be an awesome match. Don't forget, we'll have the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Revolution predict the outcome as well. So we'll have highlights of Revolution, what went down at Revolution. Well, we get to the main event of the night where we saw earlier Swerve and Ricochet were in the ring trying to get the best out of each other. Well, it didn't come about right in the tag team match after Swerve got hit after Ricochet hit Swerve in the belt at the end. The Continental belt to get the 1-2-3. Swerve and Okada get the win, closing out Dynamite with Brody King and Swerve. So Ricochet getting the last laugh, but we'll see if Ricochet can win the match to earn himself a right to be number one contender for the AEW title. That's the question that everybody wants to see and everybody wants to know. Will Swerve get back into the fray of things? We just have to wait and see how this is going to go down eventually and stuff. But Swerve and Ricochet and Okada win over Swerve and Big Brother King, they're going to have their work cut out for them coming up. Well, that ends the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. Let's move over to Wrestling Hot Topics. Wrestling Hot Topics. AEW signed a new deal with Amazon. AEW will be featuring their pay-per-views on Amazon Prime. AEW trying to increase their visibility with the Amazon Prime platform. So AEW wants to be on Max and on other additional programs, since that's the art now. Everything's going on streaming with WWE, with Netflix and Peacock. So AEW wants to join the fray with Max and Amazon. So this is a good move for AEW business wise, right? Business move. Get your platform out there. I won't be surprised AEW be on Tubi and put a show on Tubi to make it. We just found out that he did. So hey, anything's possible. You can put your content on anything that matters, and if it means well, it does well. So good for AEW on this business decision. Let's hear what MJF. He appeared on the Sports Illustrated and gave an interview. MJF gave an interview about why he watched the Elimination Chamber and saying that
I was watching it. I was watching it live. It was an awesome moment, and everybody should think it was an awesome moment because it was point blank, end of discussion.
I can't have the top guy from AEW on, not ask him. So I just give me your whole take on the John Cena.
I get really annoyed when people in either company pretend that they don't. Let me put it this way.
Yep.
Yes, I was watching it. I was watching it live. It was an awesome moment, and everybody should think it was an awesome moment because it was point blank, end of discussion.
I can't have the top.
All right, you heard from MJF on Sports Illustrated with Jimmy Terrero about it's a forbidden code or something that wrestlers ain't supposed to watch each other. I think they watch each other secretly, but MJF wanted to bring the cat out of the bag and saying that, hey, we watch each other, they watch us, we watch them. So hey, in a way, you kind of do when you look at it, you watch your competition just to see what they're talking about, what they're doing, and they watch you back. So hey, MJF being open and honest about what's going on, and he's being open and honest. We can blame him. Also, too, we heard news that Michelle McCool will be coming back. She was a guest judge on Legend Future Greats. Well, Michelle McCool will be coming back as a replacing Mickey James. So Michelle McCool getting that opportunity Man, they just gone dump Mickey James like that. I thought Mickey James did okay to me. They ain't even give it a chance. This is the second episode. Shemaku coming back. Well, we know who made all those favors come around. We know what the dead man got his finger in the pot. So yeah, what it is. Also, too, people are still speaking out this week about what happened this past Saturday when John Cena finally turned heel in almost 20 23 years. John Cena getting the backlash after turning his back against Cody. We thought it was going to be a clean babyface promo, but we're going to see John Cena turn heel for the first time in a long time, decades. And now we see Cody's wife, Brandy, has something to say that John Cena sucks after what Brandy witnessed her husband getting beat and pummeled. Her husband, Cody, must defend the WWE Championship against this John Cena. We don't know how this John Cena is going to react. We'll see when we get this new version of John Cena. Karrion Cross said something. Matt Hardy, why people are stunned and shocked. We'll still have continuing coverage of John Cena turning heel. We talked about it on the Raw Ring Report. We talked about it throughout. When we're going to talk about on the SmackDown Report on how this is going to affect wrestling moving forward and going towards the road to WrestleMania. How that's going to be. Bless me. All right. Well, WWE 2K this superstar pack. They're saying a lot of superstars will be a part of this pack coming up. For the superstar pack coming up, moving forward. We see the Motor City Machine Guns will be part of the pack. Julia Steppenvic and some special celebrity guests to be announced. I guess they're saying Travis Scott in May. Also, to Duncan Destruction, Abyss, the Great Khali, and 3 NBA stars to be announced. I think they're going to pick Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton, and somebody else. Also to the Fearless Pack, New Jack, Jordan Grace, Penta, Bull Nakano, and special celebrity to be announced, whoever they may be. The Attitude Era Superstar Pack, D'Lo Brown, Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, Victoria, and Mark Henry. And the Saturday Night's Main Event Pack, Jesse Ventura, Mr. Wonderful, Tito Santana, Junkyard Dog, and who else is on that? Sid Justice. So a lot of people also on here as well, coming up for the upcoming WWE 2K25 pack as well. Well, before we go, Naomi gracing the red carpet with her husband, Jimmy. Naomi wearing a neck brace right here. In the Queen of Ring premiere, we told you Times Tony Storm is a part of that film as well. She promoting it on AEW. AEW promoting the hell out of that movie as well. So hey, I like to see now if it comes on theaters or comes on whenever, I'll buy it, just to see the movie. I brought the one air movie, so hey, it was a good wrestling movie. But Naomi studying the crowd after what happened to her. We'll talk about a little bit what happened to her if Jade Cargill returns. We'll talk about that this Friday on the SmackDown Ring Report. So we'll talk about it coming up. So we're gonna leave you with Ricochet emerging victorious along with Okada winning the match, building momentum for their individual matches coming up at Revolution. We'll have complete coverage of the Revolution weekend with predict the outcome and perhaps the review as well. So for me being Kendra Dix saying so long, thanks for watching the Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. We'll see you later.